We're going in quick succession now. Yes. So now we've just said goodbye to Simon Gleeson, who's off to have something to eat or whatever, or get ready for his next song. And in his place, slipped right into where he was sitting, is Samantha Barks, who is going to be singing from... Well, what are you singing tonight?
I'm singing On My Own.
Oh, you're singing... from Les Mis.
Yeah,
Yes, of course you are. Yes, because let's go back to... You were in I'd Do Anything,
yes,
which was the search for Nancy in Oliver.
Yeah.
And that was in 2008.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 So that was nearly 10 years ago. And I'm looking at you now thinking, were you not then a little bit young for Nancy?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why. Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Exactly.
But it was an amazing thing to do, to get to be a part of, and it was really fun. At age 17, you're kind of, I think, a bit fearless, because why not? You're full of adventure, and there's sort of no... I had nothing to lose. It was like, what an exciting experience. For me, I was just like, if I could sing in front of Andrew Lloyd Webber, that'd be amazing, like an amazing thing to sort of tick off my list of dreams. And I didn't expect to get all the way through to, the final, but yeah.
And you'd already done musical theatre training before that?
Well, I was currently training. I'd moved over from the Isle of Man to London to train when I was 16, and that's when I auditioned for the show, thinking it'd be an amazing life experience, and it turned out to be an even more exciting journey than I'd ever planned.
So that was in the middle of your training, so you sort of left drama school or whatever
actually, because I got to the finals, that was a lot of weeks out of school, a lot of weeks on TV, and so actually I'd missed too much to then I'd have to retake the year.
Right.
So I didn't.
But also your career kind of took off from that moment, so that you didn't.
Well, I was very lucky
to complete the training. I
then played Sally Bowles in Cabaret, which was my first job. So that was an experience I would never have turned down in a million years. So it was an amazing thing to get to do. Yeah. So it was my first job. You obviously hadn't worked before the Nancy thing. But Sally Bowles, well, again, you would be a young Sally Bowles, actually. You were, 17, 18 then? Every role I've played, apart from Eponine, I've been the youngest version of.
Yeah.
So I think I was the youngest Sally Bowles at that time. I played Velma Kelly. I'm a very young Velma Kelly, a very young Nancy. I did play Nancy, very young. Yeah, but that is... Yeah. Apart from Eponine, who's sort of, I guess, was my age when I played it.
And then you went into the West End production of Les Miserables to play Eponine.
Yes.
And then you got the film.
Then I played Nancy in Oliver.
Oh, okay.
And then I did the film.
And then you did the film. So how did you find out that they wanted you for the film of Les Miserables?
Well, I was actually doing Oliver at the time, taking my final bow, and... all of a sudden, there was a bunch of cameras in the audience, which is all very bizarre. And Cameron McIntosh walked out on stage to do a speech, which I had no idea what this was all about. But I assumed I'd missed an email that something was happening tonight. And then he then and there on stage announced that I was going to be playing Eponine in the film. So it was like a life-changing moment right there in front of a live audience, which is
So he
amazing.
told you found out on stage in front of the whole audience that you had got the film part. And then did you say, actually, I need to think about this because we haven't got the contract signed or anything before I accept it? Or did you just go, yeah, that'll do?
It was a straight yes. I mean, you can. It's actually all on YouTube, and it's like there's no moment of hesitation between me jumping around and screaming, for sure. Never.
Amazing. And so what an incredible thing to happen, to just suddenly... there is a level of fame that goes with musical theatre, but is nothing to do with the film world. And so how did you cope with that transition from musical theatre to Hollywood?
Well, it is. It's quite... But the thing is, it's interesting, is when you film the film... nothing's changed really, because no one's seen the film. So it's actually only when the film comes out, people said your life's going to change, and I was like, no, it's the same, nothing's changed. And then the film came out, and of course that was a big jump, because we sung at the Oscars and did all those fantastic, exciting things. So it was a very life-changing experience. But you could take it day by day, just try and keep your life the same. Just the events around it are mad and exciting. But if you sort of maintain your, my family, my friends, my everything, that is important to me is still the same in your life, and that's as long as that's the most important thing, and you don't start going, oh, I really love that other aspect of it, which is fine also to do, but it's quite easy to lose your way, I think.
And I think people have a sort of idea that you no longer shop for yourself or go to the hairdresser. I think people think that because you've been in a film that your life is just completely different. You have servants and swimming pools. Actually, it's probably not all that different. You sort of think, get up, get yourself dressed in the morning and go to work.
It's exactly the same. It's like your life. It should be what makes you happy. And I think if you have if you take pleasure in things that are day to day, those things don't ever change. And enjoy the excitement and all of those things, but don't get caught up in it because it's a roller coaster. It goes up and down, and if you ride that too much, it's hard for the head, I think.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like your head is well and truly screwed on.
Oh,
right,
thank you.
I would say you sound very grounded. What are you looking forward to seeing tonight when you're not singing yourself?
I am really, really excited to hear a bit of Aladdin. I'm really excited about that because I'm a Disney nerd and haven't seen it yet, so I'm giddy about that. There's some amazing singers.
You said you're a Disney nerd, so is that what would you like to play? Which Disney part would be your dream role?
I don't know. I don't know if
you look like you could play any of them.
I don't think so. I don't know if I don't know what my Disney princess is really, but I'd play like any of the Disney animals. I'd play the parrot in Aladdin or the monkey.
You see, I'm sitting here looking at you thinking
the tiger.
More a princess role.
I know, but I can't cast myself as a princess.
I think you could. Well,
dream,
I think everybody else would cast you as one. You look like the absolute stereotypical Disney princess. I mean that in the nicest way. You're gorgeous.
Thank
you. With your dark hair, and you could be yes.
I don't know which one. I mean, when I was a kid, I was Snow White. Because my sister
and Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, but my sister was Belle, so I couldn't have that. It was off limits.
Right.
She had the dress. She was Belle. No arguments. So that was off limits to me. But I sing it all the same. Sing all the Disney songs. It's amazing. I'm such an amazing lineup tonight. It's just so exciting to see some really good friends of mine as well. It's really nice.
Who are your friends that are performing?
Cassie and John, who are doing The Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
I've just caught up with them, so that was really cool. And then I'm yet to see everybody now, but I can see everyone on the list, but I'm waiting to have a little catch up with everyone. It's nice, these events, because you get to see people that you haven't seen for years, but it's always lovely.
Exactly. Oh, there's a huge social side to this, I think. The benefit for the performers is they all get to meet up and go, we were in such and such together 5 years ago. Or
Ruthie Henshaw, obviously a huge, amazing inspiration of mine, amazing performer. I love her. Well, the other week I was coming back from New York, and it was a delay, which is nothing worse than a delay on a plane. But all of a sudden I look up and there's Ruthie Henshaw, and she was like, "Hi." I said, "Hi." We haven't met before, but I just love her, and we just literally sat and just gossiped and chatted for hours, and it was like the best plane delay I've ever had. So it was so nice to see her. It was like long time no see. I only saw you a few weeks ago. It was snowing and crazy weather.
Great. So what's next for you? Work-wise?
I am filming at the moment, and then
filming what?
A surprise! I can't say. No, I'm never allowed to say. I always get in trouble for things.
Secret. How annoying.
Then we'll have to see. I'm not sure. I mean,
where are you filming?
I'm filming in London. There you go.
Okay.
Filming in London.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
where in London?
everywhere. I promise.
Okay.
But I'm excited about that. It's I got to do a musical at the end of last year. Got to do The Last 5 Years, which is like a dream of mine. And then now filming, and so I'd love to do some theatre again because I loved it. I loved doing Last 5 Years so much. So yeah, I'd like to do that next.
And how long is it since you've sung On My Own?
Oh, not long.
Apart from 10 minutes ago when you did your sound check. But
I do them at I sing it at my
regularly?
Concerts and stuff like that. So it's I love it. Oh my gosh, that even just the first opening few bars of that song still gets me every single time. They're so beautifully written, those songs in Les Mis. So yeah, everything is exciting to perform it here tonight.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Albert Hall.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about that?
Well, I mean, obviously petrified and excited, and it's huge. When you get onto that stage, it's so big. But I actually was stood in the wings, and I said, I was thinking I had like a weird deja vu, familiar feeling. And I sung on my own here, like, years ago, when I was doing the show in town, and we came and did a few snippets from Les Mis for the Classical Brits.
Right.
And so I just had this really weird feeling. But last time I was in costume, and I just had this funny feeling of I've sung this here, so this is going to be a bit different. It's going to be a bit.
You're not in costume tonight.
Not in costume.
No.
Big ball
What are you
gown
wearing?
And,
What are you wearing? Ball gown.
Templey. I'm wearing a Templey dress.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
So it's and a pair of heels. It's like Eponine's never seen a pair of heels.
No.
But tonight I will be wearing some.